Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. My son is moving. Okay. He's knocked out sleep. So if you hear snoring, that's him. Good morning, everyone. Alright, okay, so what I'm doing is I had to put Vaseline on my glasses because they got ashy. Like I tell you, my glasses even clowns me. So I woke up this morning and it was ashy. So I had to put some Vaseline on their legs. I know I have some corny jokes sometimes. It is what it is. But anyway, hope everybody have an amazing day. It's a new day. A new, wonderful, beautiful day. Don't matter if it's if it's raining, sleet, snow, hot, cold, however it goes. It's another day. I have so many different things that ran through my head this morning. And it's like, if y'all could literally hear sometimes what my thoughts be, you'll be laughing all day. Whenever I do, like I tell you, I'm quiet a lot of the times. But lately, my brain been going off. And if y'all can hear the stuff I'm saying in my head, it'll be like a 24-hour comedy show. It's crazy. Because I say the stuff that people don't say. So, it is what it is. But, anyway. And I want to say, I do want to acknowledge something. And I because of the video I did yesterday, again, I know I talk about black people a lot. Excuse me. I do. And I want y'all to understand something, because I was thinking about this today, not too long ago. And excuse me if I'm a little jumpy. I just had some coffee and my energy level's going up on top of that. So I got a lot going on right now. So bear with me. I feel like super excited on the inside, so I'm trying to be composed on the outside. But anyway, I was in the bathroom, I was looking in the mirror, and then out of nowhere, I said, why is it in this journey, I keep just focusing on black people? And I was like, why is it that I don't know the names to all the white folks and this and that? And I'm always be honest, like I say, I don't know y'all names like that. It's like I see y'all, like when it comes to like the stuff that's been going on with me, I see y'all and stuff like that, but it's like that distant cousin or something. It's like I see you when I see you, but I can't remember your name. It's like that. But what I have realized when I think about the videos I've done, alright, so when it comes to black people, yes, I know your names and stuff because I was raised in watching y'all. And what has happened is all I have done was focus on blacks. But it was crazy. I focused on blacks, but I caught myself watching other races and stuff like that, other nationalities or whatever throughout life. But it's like my energy was so focused with black people. But it was so crazy. And I don't know why I'm getting to this, but I'm going to call it what it is. It's so crazy because it's like, when it comes to like shows and stuff like that, we have like a lot of, energy and stuff. But it got to the point that sometimes I had to drift off. I wanted to see what other people act like and sound like and what they was about. Because I'm like, I just don't want to feel like if I'm, if it ain't black, then now it's whack type thing. I just like, let me start seeing some other stuff. So I'll drift off to like some white shows and Asian shows, different things and stuff like that. And, throughout my time, I noticed that at the beginning stage when I was younger, everybody was about family when it came to blacks. But then after a while, families start breaking up, so I had to find a family for myself to watch. That's what it was. I had to find a new family because you know how like the old school shows and stuff, you have the 2-parent homes and everybody talking discipline but loving and everything like that. And then you have like the, the funny, kooky shows and stuff where everybody laughing and enjoying themselves. But then it got to a point, it was like the black community was starting to get broken up. And then I was like, I need to find another home to, to be a part of. So I started watching like whites and stuff like that. Matter of fact, when I was a kid, which was so weird to me, now looking at it, but not in a bad way. Even when I was like in elementary school, I had one black friend that I was close to, and I talked about this before, briefly, but we went on a school trip to the zoo, and the same day we went to the zoo, the girl mom took her like abruptly out of, like, we was in a whole nother, I think another city or state. We're like 2 or 3 hours away from home. And mom, excuse me, you could tell something was going on. Mom rushed down there to get the daughter and ran off. I ain't never see her again. She was my best friend at the time. She was the only person that I was cool with. And after that, I actually didn't want to be around black people anymore. Yep. When I was a kid, I didn't, like, even though I had like cousins and stuff, at that time after that happened, I didn't want to be around black folks. It made me feel some type of way. I said, you taking my best friend from me. And he explained, and she was like, it was weird how the situation happened. So after that, I started hanging around white folks. So it was like two white girls I had hung around. And I don't know why I hung around them, but I hung around them. And it was like, one was like racist, and I knew she was racist, but I didn't care. Literally, that's how my brain operated. I didn't care. I knew she didn't like me because of my color, and I didn't care. But she was friends with the other white girl, and the other white girl, she was cool. She had moments. She was cool, and she had moments. But it's like when that other girl came around, she act funky. And I'm like, why is this? When she gone, she's talking and stuff. When this girl come around, she acting funky. It's like that Debo type thing, you know, for Friday. It was like that, like she was scared of her or something. I don't know. But I hung around them, excuse me. But then I got tired of that situation. Then a little bit later, I got around another group of white girls. It's weird. Oh my God, I had some weird times. And with these two white girls, they was cool and stuff. But what happened with them, a new white girl came into town. I don't know why I'm on this story, but I guess it's a line to it. So let's roll with it. Alright, so a new white girl. Now, this is when I'm like in middle school. Is it middle school? Yeah, about middle school. And the first round was white when I was in elementary school. But I did talk to blacks, but I don't know. I was just gravitate to white. And then middle school was the other two girls. And what was so funny was they grew up together. These two girls grew up together, and they was close. Lord, child, these two mother suckers. Anyway, let's keep on talking. These two was close, and I don't know. We all was cool. We were always cool, and somehow some new girl come walk up, new white girl come to school, but it's like every time she talked, she lied. She lied her behind off. Every time something happened on the news, it was her family. Somebody, her daddy got killed by a truck. And ain't mess never happened. All of this, it was so many things. Every time she opened her mouth, it's like she had to create a falsified story to feel like she was accepted. And so many times I was like, you know, like, what you're saying ain't right. But, you know, I'm just listening and stuff. And then it was like, out of nowhere, I kind of pulled away from that one. Cause I'm like, all right, I ain't got time for the lies. But it's funny. It's TV for me right now. But the main two girls, they was cool. But what happened was, one was a good girl that turned bad, and the other one was a little bit more stricter. But you could tell she had some side stuff going on that you know, like nobody know about. And this is in middle school. But what happened was, one of the girls turned fast. Like, she was just out there. And it was like, excuse me, she was out there. And I know who you are. Okay. But she was out there, and it was like, what in the world? And it was crazy. I knew she was out there, and I didn't judge her. I never judged her. I ain't had to be a part of it, but I didn't judge her. And so what happened was, her and this other girl, the other girl that we friends with, they kind of went their ways. But then it got to a point, it was an argument with me. It was like, whose side you gonna choose? And I'm like, I ain't picking nobody. I could talk to you and I could talk to you. It ain't that serious to me. But it was to a point that they start talking about me behind my back, because it's like they wanted me to pick a side, and I'm like, I am not about to sit here and go back and forth. Then it got to a point they start falsifying information, telling people stuff that wasn't even true. And so it got to a point I had to walk away from them. I can't get away from y'all mother suckers to save my life. It's like, God, it's these two mother suckers. God job. Ain't it amazing how folks don't like you but sure follow you? But anyway, I'm gonna keep on my story. But at the same time, being around them, it made me notice things about folks. You know, it made me see people in a different situation. Now, I'm not gonna focus on who I know they are. Y'all probably got an idea for the ones that been paying attention. But yeah, so I'm just talking about reality. But it made me look at these situations like they ain't no different than us. They ain't no different than us. Going through stuff at home and acting out and acting out, just acting out because they ain't happy with where they at. So they gotta find somebody to act out on. But anyway, I walked away from that situation. So high school, I tried black people again. I know it sounds weird. Hold on, before I did that, I met an Asian girl. I think she was Asian. Yeah, she was Asian. And I met her, and she was the sweetest. Before I went back to the blacks, that sounds so bad. It is what it is. But before that happened, I met an Asian girl, and she was the sweetest thing ever. And people used to be mean to her and stuff, and she would just go out way try to be nice. Not try to be nice. That's the difference. People think you're trying to be nice. She was just genuinely nice. But she had, she had an accent and stuff, and she couldn't understand everything because her parents they worked at the local Chinese spot, and she just wanted to be a part of school and stuff. And she was so sweet. People was mean to her and stuff, but then she moved to Las Vegas. She ended up moving to Las Vegas, and she wrote me a letter, but I didn't know how to write like that when I was a kid. And I had wanted to stay in contact with her, excuse me, because she got bullied so bad that they just moved. So she moved to Las Vegas, and she did write me a letter, and I had kept it for a long time, and I wanted to write her back. But I never wrote her back because, one, I didn't know how to write like that. I didn't know how to express myself, and my mother, didn't make a big deal to try to help me. And it messed me up for a while because it was like, one, another close friend is gone again. And it's like the ones that was the closest to me was the ones always gonna moving, like abruptly moving out of nowhere. Those are ones. And I was sitting here like, what in the world? But anyway, I had kept the letter for a long time, and I wanted to respond back to him. By the time I thought about it, I was like, too much time passed by. And it hurt because it was like, why is it like the good ones always got to go? And so I was by myself again. Then, like I said, back to like high school, I tried black people again, and met some people that were straight and stuff like that. And excuse me. But I started noticing paying attention to everyone. I started noticing how people was. And, we all growing up together. Excuse me. And I'm just watching well, even in the black group, the black groups of people I had, there were some fast tail ones there. There were some ones that was undercover. It was and I realized, it don't matter what color you are the same. Everybody the same. It's the same thing, just a different color. You understand? Everybody's doing the same thing. So when it comes back to this whole thing, why is I'm focused on blacks? It's not damn focused on blacks. When I talk about you, there is another person out here that know who they are when I speak. That they know they the same person in another color. That's it. It's literally like that. It's the same person, just a different color. And It ain't no different than the video I done about Megan and Megan, Peter, and Leaks. I was talking about them, but after I looked at the video, I found out I was literally talking about two other groups. One is another other black. It's a mix. The same people that I was talking about with that are white, but it's another group. It's like that one story. Y'all don't realize when I talk about folks, and not talking like saying like I'm dogging out or whatever, but it's the same. It's one cat, one, you see one picture, but it's multiple people doing the same exact thing. So it's like when I bring up blacks, I'm calling out everyone else at the same time. So I just need y'all to understand that. Because I realized that storyline attached to so many other people yesterday. And it's crazy. It shows. So this is the thing. If you're a detective, all right? If you're a detective, every single thing that I've said, you can pinpoint to a whole nother group. And they got the same storyline. Because I realized liars don't know how to liars do not know how to tell truth. So all they know how to do is tell the same story and call it the truth. So what I mean is like this, they just elaborate on things, but they do the same thing everywhere you go. It's like, how can you tell who's a liar? It's like, pay attention. It's all in the details. They do the same exact thing over and over and over again. Copy, paste, repeat. Copy, paste, repeat. It's the same thing. If you ever want to know all the dots, how to connect the dots, copy, paste, repeat. Just keep watching the same person do the same thing, and you can tell who they connected to. Because all liars are connected to each other some way, some form, some fashion. We are in a spider web. You understand? We're in a web of lies. The only people know how to get out are the ones that tell the truth. It's really like that. It's really like that. But yeah, I don't know how I got onto that. But yeah, so I don't want to sound, I know it sounds bad like that. You just back to the blacks now. I love y'all. Don't get me wrong, I do. I love y'all. It's like, sometimes you know how you had that chicken and you be like, how much spice do you put up here? It's like, it's like, I don't know why I say that. It's like, woo! I can tolerate the heat, but woo! This, well, I need some water. Oh God, it's a little too much right now. It's like, oh God, y'all a lot. Sometimes I gotta dilute myself. I was like, ooh. I don't know what I'm thinking, like, but y'all know how, like, cause I know I do it when y'all cook, right? I don't know why I'm on chicken, but you cook chicken. Y'all see the people that do chicken, they got that little bit of seasoning, and then you got people like me, the whole chicken turns colors. It was white at first. By the end of it, it turned black because all the seasoning you put on, not really black, but you understand. I'm just saying, it's like that. And I feel like people need to acknowledge that. People need to acknowledge that sometimes, like, we need to mix and match a little bit. We need to blend in, you know. We some strong mother suckers. Man, y'all some strong mother suckers. See, the way the world look at it is like, ooh, they some mean people. Nah. We strong as a mother sucker. We are. You know, like the stuff we go through, man, people don't understand it. They don't understand it. It's easy to sit back and say you can relate, but you can't. You only can relate if you going through that situation exactly like that situation is. I gotta call it what it is. We could tolerate, but we can't relate unless you've been in the situation. I feel like that's what we really need to realize. We can tolerate. We can say, okay, I can handle that. So it's like if a person is in a a single parent home or whatever as a black person, and they living in the hood or whatever like that, and then they got drug dealers on the outside, and they got this and that going on, prostitution, this and that. And then when you come to somebody in a white race, they be like, I understand you. I truly do, child. I understand you. I understand exactly what you're going through. I know it's hard out here. I know it's hard, and I truly understand what you're going through. You live in a motherfucking suburb, okay? Your drug dealer is the esthetician, and the and the body surgeons. That's your drug dealers. Killers are killers, but at the end of the day, you walked into that. We lived in it. There's a difference. There's a difference. There's a difference. And once we realize there are differences, then we can understand that I may not be able to relate, but I can try to understand. And I can try to acknowledge the situation you're in, but I can never talk about the situation in a way to say that I understand you. And what I mean by that is this, y'all. Until you're actually in those situations, you cannot sit back and stand up for something until you understand something. Because a lot of times we in this world, we'll stand up for people and be like, we're for them. But then you're not for them, because if you was for them, you'll walk in the hood with them. Welcome to my street, the drug dealer street, the crackhead street. Come on, white people, agents, all y'all, come on in. Oh, hold up. No safety vest. Walk on in. Now, do you believe in God? I hope so. It's like, because that's the only protection you have. Even the police are scared. And they have the vests on. So, do you want to come in? Do you really want to come in here? Do you really want to come in? You say you understand us. Yeah, come on, walk on to my house with me. Hold up. We got to schedule time. So, what about 7 o'clock tonight? 7 o'clock. Hold up. 7 o'clock. That's my theater time. Yeah. The purge start at about 7:30, so we might have enough of time. That's facts. That's facts. Do you still want to come in though? You say you understand me. You say you understand what we're going through. You're saying that it's our fault. But last time I checked, we can't afford nothing. We can't afford guns. We can't afford drugs. We can't afford none of this. So, I just want to make sure the suppliers get the chance to understand what we selling. Because you the one giving it to us. I'm just saying. Come on. I want you to sample your own products. Come on, Cletus. Come on. Uh-oh. We don't want that. Okay, you don't want that. Well, we need to relate with you. Can we come into your neighborhood? Can we come into your neighborhood? If you can say, you can hear me. It's like, but you understand me, right? You down for the cause. You down for the right? Hold on. You can sit out here and tell people you for us. But then when we want to come walk into your neighborhood to see what protection looks like, we're not allowed. That's too much seasoning for you. In order to understand, you got to be in the midst of it. In order to understand something, you got to live in it. In order to understand, you have to be able to thrive in it. You know, I understand a lot of things, right? So when you got look like right now, I'm gonna just focus United States. We got stuff in other countries, and everything I say relates to everywhere else. But like Chicago, boy, you know how many people die a day there? Boy. It's the richest country in the world. Y'all know that. It's the richest country in the world. Because so many people die there in a day. It's the richest country in the world. I mean, not country. State or city in the world. Because of the deaths. They literally live in the purge. Every day. Every day. Fighting a war that's not even their own. It's like, I'm that friend that was willing to walk in the streets with y'all. Because I understand. It's hard. People look at y'all and be like, y'all ain't trying to be nothing. You ain't trying to do nothing. You just want to be lowlifes and thugs and this and drug dealers. That's all you want to be. I ain't say that. How is it that that's where I want to be when every time I get up every morning, I have to play free, what is that? GTS, whatever that, God, dog, I can't even think of the name of it. But you got to fight every day. Every single day you're fighting. Every single day when you wake up, you don't know if you're coming home. It's bad that it's worse than being a police officer. It's worse than being a police officer. In places like that, it's worse than being a police officer. Because they can't even protect you. You literally got to be walking on faith. Every single day, you get up just to try to go to the grocery store. You don't even know if your life is going to be worth that bag of peanuts or not. I want y'all to understand something. For the ones that's in the environments that are really trying to get out of those environments, I don't want y'all to think that I don't see that y'all trying. Because see, for y'all, a lot of folks think y'all just being lazy, you don't care. It's not that. Y'all just been fighting a war. Y'all have been in a long war. A long war. And the suppliers are the ones that sitting back saying, I got your back. Every single time when y'all die off, that's how they able to get these beauty secrets. Just to let you know. You are their protection. That's why when they walk the streets, they don't feel like they can be touched. Yeah, they got a little bit of you on the inside. So is it the fact that when we go into y'all neighborhoods, is it the fact that you scared of us, or you scared of yourselves? Why the hood can't be in the nice neighborhoods? They good people. They're just broken. Fighting every day, trying to pull the pieces back together. Maybe if we teach each other the language of what we think love is, then maybe we'll merge into something that can be really united. Ain't that the state of it all? Don't matter. Same thing that's going on here is going on in other countries. It's not as big. It's like small little sections all around the world. Ain't it amazing Excuse me. Ain't it amazing how this whole scenario is? So I'm gonna say it like this: for black people and anybody of, you know, urban race or whatever, right? Ain't it amazing how y'all been walking around with a white man in y'all body the whole time? Y'all been carrying white Jesus for y'all whole life, right? Y'all been holding on to white Jesus your whole entire lives. Y'all been walking around with a white man your whole entire lives. How did that make y'all feel? It feels just like make you feel like, what in the world? Like, I've been praying to this white man the whole entire time. Like what in the world? I've been praying to this white man the whole entire time. And y'all been holding on to it. Y'all been faithful to it. Faithful to the white man the whole entire time. Whole entire time. Faithful to the white man. Y'all can't stand him, but you love him. It's like... What's so funny is white folks been so mean sometimes. Not all of y'all. Don't, you know, if you fit in, then get in. It is like that. Enjoy the ride. But ain't it amazing? Ain't it amazing? Treating blacks, urban, anybody that ain't white, been treating them like they ain't nothing. You understand me? Like they less than. Question is, I wonder how they feel now they got a swirl in their coffee or on their milkshake. It's like y'all been having vanilla in y'all coffee the whole time. Now they got black. Now they got chocolate in their milk. When I think twice when they put the suit on. You a nigger. You a nigger. Sorry. Excuse me. Oh my God. Whew. Every day they get up and look in the mirror. I got a black woman in me. Oh God. This is funny. This is funny. Y'all ain't gotta laugh. I'ma laugh for you. You start giggling. That's me. Oh my God. So y'all been racist against your own race the whole goddamn time. How dare you? Well, how can I say it? We in the White House, y'all. On that note, you have a blessed day.